All right, good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is March 17th. I'm Mr. Sheridan. This is Zoology. Very quickly, we're going to kind of review what we have talked about with market hogs, and then we have 3 classes to judge today. So, want to review our priorities when we're talking about market hogs. They're a little bit different than what we talked about with market steers or market lambs. So the first 2 things are going to be the same across the board. When we're dealing with market animals, we're raising animals to produce pounds of product that we can eat. So we're talking about muscle and fat. Those things are always going to be important. However, when you have a market hog class where those things are relatively comparable, then we get into wanting hogs that have center body width, meaning that they are wide base, meaning that they are wide chested, bold sprung, bold bladed, wide down their top, and travel away from you on a wide base. And then we're looking at things like structural correctness and design, which would be very similar to what we talk about in sheep and cattle as balance. We can talk a little bit about balance in hogs, but really it's more the term that we use in pigs is more design and how those pigs are designed. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. First thing we need to remember when we're evaluating market hogs, particularly if you're picking out baby pigs for 4-H or FFA projects. If you're taking it, it's so hard to tell. And the thing is, when we go to pick out baby pigs, we're a lot taller than they are. We're always looking down on them. So the first thing that you see is their top shape. And you'll see pigs, baby pigs especially, with big grooved up tops, meaning that they've got a big groove down their top, showing that they're very expressively muscled. You'll see that that pig's got a big old ham. But what you won't what a lot of people don't pay attention to anyway, is how wide that animal is, how wide they put their feet down, because that's going to indicate how much muscle that animal is going to have when it gets bigger. We need to evaluate those animals from the ground up. We need to make sure that those animals are set down their feet on a wide base, that they're structurally correct when they're young, especially. Again, I'm going to go back to that. We got to make sure that these pigs are structurally correct and that they have enough bone and foot size to sit down and sustain themselves throughout their life. Then we need to start looking for muscle. We look for it starting down their top at their blade and in their forearm. Then we're looking down their top as far as width and how much groove and expression these pigs have. And then looking at their loin and their ham. Then we're talking about design. We had it down here low on the priority list. But again, it is important that when we talk about pigs, we're talking about hogs that are elevated in their front end, meaning that they're a little bit up on their pasterns, that they're taller at the point of their shoulder or at their blade than they are at their hip, ideally anyway, that they're level topped and that they're level out of their hip and that they're deep through the center part of their body, particularly in their forearm and their flank. So just a little bit of review here on market hogs. If you have any questions, please let me know. We're going to get right into judging classes